May is Sound the Alarm Month, making it time to check in on your home safety appliances such as smoke detectors and carbon monoxide alarms, and review and revise your safe escape plans as well. It's also a great time to think about saving other people's lives by donating your blood. Joining us now is the CEO of the Michigan region of the American Red Cross, Mary Lynn Foster. Thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure, Tyler. Great to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. Good to have you back on the program. So can you first start off by discussing May being Sound the Alarm Month. Tell us about the efforts that the Red Cross is putting in to spread this message of sound the alarm, and what specifically they really want those out in the public to know during this month.
Well, May is Sound the Alarm for the American Red Cross across the country. And it's one of the most favorite things that we do for me at the Red Cross, and that's installing free smoke alarms. Because what a lot of people probably don't realize is that if you experience a home fire, you have less than 2 minutes, less than 120 seconds to escape safely. And having those working smoke alarms in your home is critical to that. And we also know that having working smoke alarms cuts the fatality rate in half. So having smoke alarms, first of all, and having working smoke alarms is so important. And that's what Sound the Alarm Month is all about.
And what about carbon monoxide alarms too? Because we know that appliances can break down, fumes can get loose in the home. There are other ways that carbon monoxide can pollute the home as well, and that can become quickly dangerous, and there's not really any way to detect it other than having one of those carbon monoxide detectors and alarms.
That is correct. Now, the alarms that we install are only the smoke alarms, but it is critically important also to have the carbon monoxide alarms also in your home. We install the smoke alarms, in the ceiling, and the carbon monoxide alarms really should be lowered to the ground.
So at this time, Mary Lynn, are the Red Cross able to then go back to what they were doing previously, being able to go into homes with smoke detectors and either check on them or replace smoke detectors for people that would like the Red Cross to do so? Or is it still, given the COVID-19 situation, a hands-off experience where it's an encouragement campaign at this time to get people to change their smoke detectors before the severe weather season?
No, actually, Tyler, we are back in homes, which we're thrilled about doing. In fact, just this past weekend, we were out in Southeast Michigan. We installed almost 100 alarms this past weekend. Our goal during the month of May for the entire state of Michigan is to install over 1,700 smoke alarms. And for Southeast Michigan specifically, that goal is almost 1,000. So it's real simple. It's this type of alarm right here is what we install. And what is really super nice about these alarms is it has the lithium battery in it already. So you don't have to worry about changing that battery. You still want to test it every month to make sure it's operational. And this alarm is good for 10 years.
We're joined by Mary Lynn Foster, the CEO of the Michigan region of the American Red Cross, joining us on the Michigan MegaCast. More information on their website, redcrossblood.org. And so we know the Red Cross is known for their blood drives. We see them all throughout our communities, all throughout the state, all throughout the country, all year round. But the smoke detector program, in addition to that, is just one of many additional programs provided by the American Red Cross, in addition to, of course, those blood drives.
Absolutely, Tyler. And certainly May is Sound the Alarm, and we encourage anyone. They're free smoke alarms. There's no pre-qualifications. If you're interested in having us come out, we'll make an appointment. But also, we encourage blood donation appointments as well, because there's always a critical need for blood drives. So thank you for raising that awareness also. A lot of folks don't realize that the American Red Cross supplies 40% of the nation's blood supply. So we have drives every single day, and it's critical that we have donors who are willing to roll up their sleeve and help us save a life. With a simple blood donation, you can save up to 3 lives.
Yeah, it's a really simple process too. I've donated my blood several times before, and can you just touch on that, just how simple of a process it really is for people, and a really relatively painless process too, to donate your blood, and just how helpful it can be to so many other people from your one blood donation.
Well, first of all, Tyler, thank you for donating blood. We certainly appreciate it. And it is really a pretty simple process from beginning to end. First of all, finding a location that's convenient to you. You can go to our website, redcross.org, and type in your zip code, and it will return all of the blood drives that are close to home for you, or the ones that are most convenient for you. And you can schedule an appointment online, or you can download the drive or the application on your phone and find a drive that way. Then once you arrive at the blood donation center, they'll check you in, they'll do a quick medical history health check, get you hooked up. It's a needle prick in your arm, and then before you know it, the blood's collected and you're off and enjoying some juice and a cookie, and knowing that you have just saved a life for someone.
We're joined by Mary Lynn Foster, the CEO of the Michigan region of the American Red Cross, joining us on the Michigan MegaCast. More information is on their website, redcross.org. And Mary Lynn, I do want to just circle back to the smoke detector program. If somebody would like to sign up to have a smoke detector provided by the Red Cross and installed by the Red Cross, how do they go about doing that for their local area?
So really simple, two ways. Visit our website, redcross.org/fire, and you can find more information there. You can also call us directly, and the phone number is area code 313-494-3432. So again, that's 313-494-3432. We'll be happy to make an appointment, and we do this all year, Tyler, just so everyone knows, but May is a huge focus month for us. So, we'll be happy to come out anytime during the year. We're back in person, installing alarms, and we're happy to help everyone.
Mary Lynn Foster joins us on the Michigan MegaCast. She is the CEO of the Michigan region of the American Red Cross. More information, redcross.org to sign up for their smoke detector program. That's redcross.org/fire to learn more, or call 313-494-3432. That's 313-494-3432 for more information, and to sign up if you are in need of a new smoke detector or an updated smoke detector in your home. And so, Mary Lynn, in addition to the blood drives, to the smoke detector program and other programs, there's also additional training opportunities as well. And that includes first aid training, which as people are getting back out into the community in heavier regularity in comparison to during the pandemic, that creates more opportunities for people to have life-changing medical events in the public, and the need for more people in the public to then be able to react to that until first responders are able to get on the scene. And so that makes it all more important to have this first aid training, the CPR and AED training as well. Can you talk about how the Red Cross provides that training, what sort of process goes into that, so that people that may want to get certified in CPR training and first aid training can go about doing so?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tyler. It is. We're getting into that season. We're back out. Whether it's first aid training, CPR training, babysitting courses, training for at pools. This time of the year, we do provide that. And again, the best way to enlist in a class to find what is close to you is to visit our website, because they're constantly changing. We're constantly adding, and just find something that is closest to you. The easiest, simplest way is to visit our website and to be trained. You never know when a family member may need your assistance, or you may be out in a restaurant now that we're getting back out in the public, and someone may go into a rest near you at a table nearby, and just having that training to be able to sustain a life while the emergency medics are on their way is invaluable training. And we just can't encourage everyone enough to enlist in a course.
We're joined by Mary Lynn Foster, the CEO of the Michigan region of the American Red Cross, joining us on the Michigan MegaCast. More information is on their website, redcross.org. That's redcross.org for more information. And in addition to training opportunities and the need for more people in the community to be trained in life-saving practices such as CPR, AED, and first aid training, there's also a great need for the Red Cross to just have volunteers across the board, a number of different opportunities. Tell us a little bit about the opportunities for volunteerism with the American Red Cross here in Michigan that are available.
Our mission is to prevent and alleviate human suffering, and that is really done through the arms and hearts of our volunteers. And so we always are recruiting for and looking for new volunteers. We provide training so that you are, whatever you're interested in doing, we always like to have that right match for what you would like to do, and whether it's responding to a disaster, either here in Michigan or long distance out to a wildfire or to a hurricane in the south. We will provide that training for you. Perhaps you want to volunteer locally at a blood drive. We'll provide that training for you. But there are a lot of opportunities to put your time to use. And we only are able to do that. 90% of our workforce is volunteers. And so we are constantly looking for volunteers to help us in our mission, and we would encourage anyone who's interested and can raise their hand to do so. We would certainly appreciate.
Mary Lynn, recently you helped to honor a lifelong volunteer, lifelong Detroiter, Doris Adler, who is 100 years old and worked for decades for the American Red Cross. Can you talk a little bit about Doris and her service to the community, not just with the Red Cross, but the entire Detroit area?
Oh my gosh, we had the honor of meeting Doris. What a dynamo, 100 years young. She shared with us a scrapbook of her years volunteering during World War II and beyond. Just so many rich moments in history and knowledge. I mean, unbelievable. Turned 100 years old back in September, and she is going strong. And she shared so many wonderful stories of not only her community service of, when she was serving in Japan and then also in Germany for the American Red Cross, just being that warm, welcoming person, welcoming the servicemen into a Red Cross club. So they had someone to, just wrap their arms around and have a donut and a cup of coffee, play a game, and just know that it was a familiar face. And that's really what these ladies of the Red Cross did. And they're invaluable, such a dynamo group. And Doris just was amazing to share at 100 years young. She's sharp as a tack and just an amazing woman right here in Southeast Michigan.
And so what sort of training or what sort of requirements are in place for those that may want to take in inspiration from Doris Adler and become a volunteer with the Red Cross?
Well, I really just recommend reaching out to us. We have screeners that will have deep conversations with anyone who's interested in volunteering to really understand what it is you'd like to do. And that's so important that we understand your interests so that we can really do the right match for whatever your interests are. And then from there, it's obtaining the training and getting you ready to go so that when that moment comes, you're ready and you're trained and we send you on your way and you're deployed and you're confident knowing that you're helping someone on their worst day.
We're joined by Mary Lynn Foster, the CEO of the Michigan region of the American Red Cross. More information is on the website, redcross.org. And we've spoken also about May being Sound the Alarm Month. They're really focusing on encouraging people to replace their old smoke detectors or check their more up-to-date smoke detectors to make sure that they are functioning properly. If you're in need of a smoke detector, a check, or to install a new one, you can get in contact with the American Red Cross for them to do this for you at redcross.org/fire. That's redcross.org/fire, or you can call 313-494-3432. That's 313-494-3432 for more information. Mary Lynn, before we let you go, for those interested in donating or volunteering, taking a class, what's the best way for them to get in contact with the Michigan region of the American Red Cross so that they can help out in their local area or across the state?
Again, Tyler, it's through our website. We have everything posted there. We really try and make it super simple for everyone. There's just there's menus for you to drop down menus for everyone to find something of interest. A lot of information about activities. We really try and keep our website current so that everyone knows what we're doing. So we have multiple locations throughout the state, and here in Southeast Michigan, we're in Detroit, and I would love to hear from everyone.
And then Mary Lynn, just before we do let you go, of course, we want to always encourage people, if they're able to do so, to donate blood, and especially at the times that we're in, still in the middle of a pandemic with severe weather season underway, it becomes even more important to get those resources in place so that when there is a disaster, when there is some sort of a tragedy, there can be quick reaction and a lot of lives can be saved. So just at this time, what is the status of the blood supply here in Michigan and across the U.S., and with that, wherever it is, just how important does that then make blood donation now more than ever before?
Well, Tyler, you make an excellent point. We're getting into disaster season, and when these happen, a lot of drives across the country, and right here in Michigan, are canceled because of storms, and then all of a sudden we have a critical need. We always have a need for blood. The shelf life of a pint of blood is not very long, and so we like to collect blood. We use it right away. But there's that constant need. And with us supplying 40% of the nation's blood drive, we want to make sure that every patient has the blood that they need. I think we all have known someone, a family member, a friend who has perhaps experienced cancer or an accident or some type of emergency situation where blood has been needed. And the American Red Cross has been there supplying the blood. And really appreciate highlighting this because we always have a constant need for blood. And if anyone's interested, the fixed site locations that we have are on our website. And then, of course, you can visit a mobile site as well. And we really appreciate everyone rolling up their sleeve and saving a life with a blood donation.
Website is redcross.org to find a blood drive near you. redcrossblood.org. Mary Lynn, thank you for joining us.
Tyler, thank you so much.